Hello! How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome to Community Night! So I mentioned last week that I wanted to play Fragment last week, and we didn't because, you know, reasons. But instead we're playing Fragment tonight. And I wanted to play Fragment because we spent so much time on technical issues last time I tried to stream Fragment. I wanted to have a good Fragment stream. So, that's where we are today. Speaking of Fragment, I was trying to think of what all games we could potentially do on Community Night. Let's see if I can words. And right now we've been cycling between 3 games, which is to say Fragment, OJ, and SRB2 Card. But I want to mix it up a little bit. So what else could we do that's also technically multiplayer? And I was trying to think, like, what other games are there? And technically MMOs. You could do MMOs. If anybody wanted to hop in while we do some roulettes or something in Final Fantasy, that's an option. I have not been keeping up to date on my roulettes in Final Fantasy. Phantasy Star Online 2. Phantasy Star Online 2. I haven't been on PSO2 in a while. But yeah, we haven't done Tofu Topple in a while. PSO2 would also be a good time. I haven't been on PSO2 in a while. What else was there? I was even thinking, like, Minecraft. Warframe. Warframe's the other one that I was thinking of. I've never been max level on PSO2. I kind of took a break. From PSO2 before I hit max level, and I was like, I don't know, 50 at the time. PSO2 was good stuff, though. What ship do I play on? I have no idea. First one? Question mark? Yeah, I was also thinking, like, Minecraft. I remember it'd be a bit much to put up a proper server for it, but I know in the past I have hosted a Minecraft server off my render monkey. And I remember, in the interest of not giving out my IP, which of course would be a big no-no, there was some kind of service that was like, I guess it was like a proxy, but it was like, instead of giving you the IP, I just gave you like a web address or something. And you put that web address in, and it would connect. That's what we did back when we made the Newtopia 2 map. That's what I did. And we quickly realized that we're not going to fit 30 people on that server. I had to crank the number back. And in the end, I think we had maybe like 10 of us on at a time. But I feel like these streams aren't, like, hugely populated. If I do this, I feel like we wouldn't even fill that 10. So, like, that's certainly an option. That'd be a fun thing to do. I'd probably just run around on Vivian's map, honestly. Just build that up into something. Speaking of Vivian, Does it proxy things, or is it just a DNS? I don't know. I'd have to look into it again. It may have just been a DNS, but I didn't run into any problems at the time, and I feel like the fan base isn't quite as rabid, let's say, as they were back in the day. So I don't feel like it would be a huge problem. Like, I don't feel like we'd have people going like, oh man, I can use this to figure out what Naka's IP is and then dox him or something. Like, I don't know. How many people are here? Y'all are cool people. Like, it was back in the day, you got a lot of rabid people, you got a lot of toxic people, kind of all in a big pile. Yeah, that's an option. But anyway, so I was saying with, Vivian, because, you know, speaking of Vivian, I feel a little bad because this is just kind of me talking about things. I don't really have a goal to get to, just things that have been on my mind. But, I feel a little bad because I came up with Vivian with the intention of making a little avatar that I could have up. Like a little VTuber avatar kind of thing. But not like actually being a VTuber, I just wanted a little face rig something. But I quickly realized, even though I kind of wanted to represent myself that way, it felt weird having my voice coming out of that face. And that's why we started dealing with the text-to-speech, and I actually wrote Vivian.exe, and all that fun stuff. And that kind of got us to where we are now, where we just have a Vivian.exe stream. And I completely understand that it's a little awkward. Hey there, Prinny, Sheldon. I understand completely that it's a little awkward, because I feel like Vivian has kind of become her own being, so to say. It's not just like, it's me, but with a thing. Like, she's kind of become her own being. But also, she is definitively not. She is, at the end of the day, me running myself through a program I wrote. And I completely understand that it is a little bit awkward as a viewer, keeping tabs and kind of staying in the game and keeping up the act, so to say, especially in a situation like that. Knowing full well what's going on behind the scenes, because I've been relatively transparent about everything that's going on. So I completely understand that it's kind of awkward for the viewers. I completely get it. It is a ton of fun for me. I enjoy the heck out of it. So, even though I understand that it's a little awkward for anybody watching, I want to thank you immensely for kind of playing along, having a good time, and letting me have a good time. So, thank you. I say that because, like, there's only kind of a screen separating, like, the act from reality. At the end of the day, like, again, I've been transparent enough about it that we can kind of put up the act as though there is a screen, but you know that there is not, so it's kind of an act on everybody's part. So, yeah, given that, though, it still kind of does bother me when I hex something up that kind of lowers that, that kind of removes that screen, even though, like, we know that we're all in on it. Just like something months ago at this point, playing Minecraft, I think, as Vivian, we mentioned something that technically only I would have known, and had to go on this whole, like, oh, why does Vivian know this? And then, like, more blatant things, like when I was streaming yesterday, I forgot to mute my mic. Because it all, of course, like, I have a mic, I speak into the mic is taken in by Vivian.exe, which then outputs it on a virtual cable. OBS picks up the virtual cable. However, when I'm streaming right now, OBS is listening to my mic. So, whenever we stream as Vivian, I have to remember to mute my mic in OBS. That way, like, Vivian.exe is the only thing that's picking up the mic. So the virtual cable can output. But it's stuff like that, where, like, I understand that we're all in on it, but, like, that still bothers me, and especially when, like, when it's something like that that's that blatant. It's my own fault. That's not a thing that's typically easy to do, and I want to clarify a couple things about kind of VTubers in general. Usually, I mean, there's always, and I think we're past this for the most part now that VTubers have gotten just a little bit bigger of a thing. But there's always the idea, the rumor, that, like, oh, behind this cute anime girl is, like, a 40-year-old basement dweller of a dude. And, that's almost impossible. For one, artificial voices are not... Oh, who is Vivian? Hold on, I can turn Vivian on real quick. Vivian is the avatar in Naka's profile picture. Actually, it is not. That is Miss Naka. This is Vivian. This is Vivian.exe. set myself in a position. There. This is Vivian.exe. So I've been doing streams as her on Thursdays. Hold on. Nope, not that one.
Vivian.exe is online. There we go. Vivian is much faster to start up now than she used to be.
So anyway, yeah, that's Vivian. It used to be like 8,000 different programs that I all had to get set up and everything running and intermingling with each other and everything. And especially now that I've written Vivian.exe myself, she's much faster to start up. But yeah, again, mostly like mostly I had just thank you all for giving your support and having a good time while I have a good time. Especially when we run into issues like that where we kind of remove the curtain by accident because I'm dumb. But, you know. It reminds me of Cosmos from Xenosaga. Cosmos was cool. Not actually an inspiration at all for Vivian, but I see where you're coming from. I think I mentioned this last time, but a lot of the inspiration actually came from... Oh, heck, am I going to spend like 20 years finding these images again? I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it again because I can never remember how to search Twitter. Anyway, yeah, to my original point, or what I was getting into, because I diverted, so let's go back a step. So the idea of, the idea of the VTubers being like, oh, it's like a 40-year-old male basement dweller putting himself out as this, like, cute anime girl. And it's virtually impossible. And I say it's virtually impossible because, for one, given my own research and studying of things, artificial voices are not there yet. I don't know when they will be there. Right now, an artificial voice that can be created on the fly probably won't be much better than what you get out of Vivian. So something that's convincing as a real person, we're just not there yet. Not on the fly. You can take the time to really work in how each letter is pronounced, how each word is pronounced, emphasis is put on the right syllables. You can do all of that and make it sound convincingly human, but not live. Live isn't there yet. Like, that's a manual process to do that. So the other one is like a voice changer. And 2 points on that. One is that voice changers are not... They are not infinitely fast. So, the thing with a voice changer, you say something, it has to actually take the waveform of what you said, convert it, like run some math on it, convert it into something, and then output that. That takes a non-zero amount of time. It's relatively fast, but it's still like a second or two. What this means, though, is anytime you see a VTuber or something react to something, something jumps out at them, and they just immediately, no delay, go, ah! Impossible. Actually impossible. Like, if they're using a voice changer, it doesn't go that fast. On top of that, voice changers are not great yet. Not if you want to do a dramatic change. For example, before I was looking into a text-to-speech voice, I was looking into, is there something that I could do with a voice changer to make myself sound like I think Vivian would sound like? Which is to say, a mature lady. And not easily. It actually takes a surprising amount of work on the speaker's side, meeting the voice program halfway. The voice changer cannot, on its own, do everything that you want it to do. So if you usually have to use a surprising amount of vocal skill to even meet it halfway to be able to do something like that. I could see somebody using one just to change their voice slightly. Like, oh, you just want to be able to speak, but maybe a little higher pitched. Just come across a little cuter or something. I could see that. But also, that's so easy to do just with your own voice that why would you bother? If you just want to, like, raise the pitch of your voice a little or something. I think I've also heard tale of VTubers not using a program, but actively speaking in, like, a fake voice. Like, trying to speak in a high-pitched, cutesy voice, when, like, their true voice is a more mature voice, and being convincing enough at it. But I feel like in the current era of VTubers where they will stream for like 3-4 hours live in front of an audience, interacting with things they don't know exactly what they're going to interact with. I feel like keeping up a fake voice over that extended period of time is possible, but unreasonable. That's not something that I think any of them would realistically do. And pretty much any time footage can be delayed for processing sound, that's tricky. That's real tricky, Wim. Because then you come into the point of what you're... If, say, you're playing a game. I hit jump. Character jumps. If I hit jump and say jump as I hit jump, and my voice goes through a voice modulator, then I hit jump, character jumps, then a second later, I say jump. Okay, so we delay footage. I hit jump, I say jump. Now after a delay, character jumps, I say jump. So that looks correct-ish. But it, A, has to take into account that the voice modulation will not always be a perfect delay. And when I'm interacting with the game, you're going to end up with really weird scenarios. Of, like, acting before I say something. Or saying something before you see something that I should be able to respond to. There's going to be a lot of really weird timing delays. And as someone who has produced many videos for the YouTubes, you notice that crap. You wouldn't think it. You'll notice it. Why haven't you resolved the issues with your Gungrave Let's Plays? Because Victor Entertainment is still my arch nemesis, and has not, in fact, chilled their crap. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I'm actually waiting for the next Mario Kart game. I don't know when it's going to come out, but 8 at this point has been out for a little while, and they're kind of due for another one. So I do not have 8 Deluxe. If I did, then sure, that'd absolutely be an option for Community Fragment. But I think at this point, I'm waiting for the next game to come out. I think the last thing of note is I have seen some videos of Smash Ultimate. I also do not have Smash Ultimate. A Link to the Past randomizer? Multi-world? I'm not sure what multi-world is. Monster Hunter Rise. Also do not have Rise. I don't have a lot of games. There's a lot of games that have come out recently that I have not jumped into. So the frustrating thing is I don't buy a lot of games for myself anymore. Yeah, I don't play a lot of games for myself anymore. Or, yeah, I don't buy a lot of games for myself anymore. When I have a bit of free time, I usually spend it working on projects. Either game design, or art, or 3D mod, so like 3D modeling or something. Like, I don't often get see a new game come out and go, man, I should get that game so I can play that one in my free time. Usually when I buy a new game, I buy it with the intention of making videos or streaming it or something. And especially for like proper mainline games like new Monster Hunter or something, I don't make enough money. I don't play enough. I wouldn't buy it for myself in my own free time, because I don't buy a lot of games for myself in my own free time. And I don't think I make enough money off YouTube and Twitch and things to buy it with the intent of streaming it, if I'm only going to stream it like once or twice. Like, I don't think I can justify that cost. But admittedly, I've been seeing a lot of Hololive playing it. And like, I feel like if I had the time and the money, I'd be more than happy to give it a go. Speaking of which, Hololive. If you told me 3 odd months ago that of all the streamers that are a part of Hololive, all the various characters and everything that they do, the one that I would end up consistently watching and being excited to watch would be the friggin' clown, I would not have believed you. Polka is good stuff. Go watch Polka. Okay, what else we got going on? I think I've taken up enough time here, so let's go ahead and... let's go ahead and play some Fragment. Actually, well, no, somebody's in already, so I'll go ahead and hop in. Usually I play a... Knock exposed, caught simping for Polka and Fork. I don't know if I'm even the kind of person to, like, simp for someone in that way. In the way the kids say. But I did find myself sitting there earlier today going, of all of them. Patreon could help. Why would Patreon? Okay, A, Patreon cannot help. Patreon can get me money. Money will not help. Money is... the problem is Victor Entertainment. Plenty of LPs of Gungrave on YouTube, and they haven't gotten taken down. Technically, mine weren't taken down. Well, technically, the first video of the first one was taken down, and I got a copyright strike for it. I took the rest of them down out of safety. The first one was probably taken down because the entire opening theme song was there, and Victor Entertainment was ready to go, hey, you just put, like, literally that entire song on YouTube, get that crap taken down. This was, admittedly, back when Victor Entertainment was a lot more strict, a lot less forgiving. There wasn't an option at the time for, oh, we'll just monetize this video. It was effectively take down the video and give a copyright strike or do nothing. That's why it happened. At this point, technically, could I potentially put them back up? Possibly. Because I have had Victor Entertainment go after the .hack games. I have sections of GU muted because of them getting overly zealous. Could I? Potentially. But here's the thing. A, one person doing something on YouTube does not mean it's okay for everyone to do that. Just because one person can get away with it does not mean it's safe for everybody to do it. There's friggin' nudity on YouTube if you look hard enough. Even though that's against terms of service. Yeah, Victor went after the .hack videos too. Sure did, because they sold the soundtrack to .hack. Yeah. And B, at this point, those videos are like, what, 10 years old? I'm just not even worried about them anymore. Like, whatever, I don't care enough. Okay, well, let's go somewhere, I guess. Oh man, these two can kick my sorry butt. No keyboard. I have no idea how to keyboard. I used to have, like... Oh, there we go, got that. No, go away. Can I, like, hit escape? Oh, crap! Oh, please don't tell me that. I knew it disconnected me. I don't know how to talk in this game. If either of you two are in our, it's Felsen and somebody with a Japanese name. If either of you two are in the chat, I don't know how to talk. See, I hit escape and that closes the window. I mean, I'll hop back on, I guess. I wish I knew what level they were. Nope, that's not how you do it. How do you do it? I'm not saying that aloud. Oh no, now I have this thing open. I don't know how to get rid of it. Okay, there, we did it. Okay, I have these. I have these. Okay, what level am I? 13. Okay, let's go do something. Oh no, I should have gone to that 17. These two will just destroy everything. Sure, why not? I hope they're in chat, and they're not just random people playing Fragment going, hey, let's hop on this server. Oh no. Get it eventually, god dang it. Okay, there is one, where are we? North. Yeah, this is actually... I don't know if you two are actually here or not. Oh, anyway, let's just go straight to the dungeon. I'm worried because I don't think these two are watching the stream. At least one of them. Oh dear, there's a lot of them. Okay, hit that one. Yeah, of course. Oh, whatever. When I play MMOs, do I prefer support classes over any other? I don't know. I think it depends on the game. Sometimes I prefer a DPS, sometimes I prefer support. I very rarely like to play as a tank or healer. They want to go down there? Okay, let's go down that way. Like my apathy towards it. I mean, to a degree, it's apathy. Again, like at this point, the video's 10 years old. You know how many views 10-year-old videos get? They don't. That's how many views they get. if I say had them private, awakening ready? Ah, crap, I don't know how to do an awakening. I don't know how to do an awakening. Don't know how to do an awakening, and I'm gonna heckin' die. Okay, I think it was these. Like, if I say had the videos privated, one is just gone. No, it's just flat gone. And you can thank Victor for that one. All right, later, Zero. But if I had them private, say, and I made them public again, didn't really say anything about it, just made them public again, or maybe in a stream or something, I mentioned it. There would probably be a couple people that would go, oh, okay, sure, I'll go watch that. And I'd get, like, I don't know, probably 10 views. And beyond that, we'd get maybe an additional 10, like, a year. Like, honest to goodness, an amount of the information, amount of the data in the videos is just gone. And the trouble that I would have to go through, I don't know if I can... that's the only one that I got. I can't... Whatever awakening you guys want to do, I can't do it. If I knew how to type, I'd tell you guys, but, like, I can't heckin' do it. Reminder that I'm, like, drastically below your level. Ah, friggin' buttons. I mean, to a degree, it's apathy, because that I'm not doing anything about it, because, again, it's been gone for 10-odd years. I don't care anymore. There's no real tangible reason to put it up other than just for the sake of putting it up, and it's not worth the trouble of getting the information, figuring out what to do and how to get it back up and figure out what I can recover and what have you, and then tussling with whatever repercussions would potentially happen from it. Like, I don't care, and I'm not gonna bother with it. At this point, we're far more likely to just re-LP the games. Wendy, hello! And, like, I do appreciate that people do go back and watch older stuff, for sure. Just, like, especially in dealing with that particular playthrough, it would, honest to goodness, be easier just to re-LP it at this point. And the whole thing's got a sour taste in my mouth. I just don't want to bother. And you're feeling nervous. I can't do the awakening. I physically can't. I don't have it. Like... I can't friggin' type either because friggin' Japanese. Look, I'm sorry. I'm getting real irritable right now because I'm playing with... Nah! Freaking... Go in the door. I'm getting real irritated right now. So I'm sorry. Just a combination of, like, me hecking with the UI on this thing and trying to speak to people that I can't speak to that aren't watching the stream, and I don't know why they're playing with me if they're not. And them trying to do an awakening that I physically can't do, and I have no way of communicating to them that I can't. And, like, dealing with that on top of, like, people in the chat just trying to convince me that it was worth my time or trouble to, like, heck with Gungrave and get it back up when, like... I'm sorry, because I feel like I could have been a lot more civil about that if I weren't, like, already just being really frustrated. That's pretty universal, but I don't think it conveys what I need to convey. which is that I'm physically unable to do the awakening that they want to do. I don't think I'm actually using the most up-to-date translation anyway. I think I'm still using the older translation. I could never get the newer one to work right. Like, I have the keyboard plugin, so I can technically type with my keyboard, and there is a way to swap to English keyboard when typing, but I do not know what it is. And it's been far too long since I hecked with it. I tried tab, I tried shift, tried control and alt. I hit escape at one point and that closed the game. Speed charm.
Oh, man.
Do we want to go down? Yeah, we want to go down. Is it a button on the controller? I don't think so. I mean, it may be. I'm like terrified to try though. Game off Steam called Gold with Friends. I have not heard of that. Oh, Golf with Friends. Yes, that I have. I think Barry played that some, and I hopped into, and just generally caused problems for everybody else. On purpose. Not sure if I have it. Not sure if I still have it. Like, I would assume I do. It's frustrating because I know for a fact that there's like no items worth anything in here that I won't actually need. It's a long dungeon. Shift Alt. I don't think that's it. I mean, I can maybe try, but I don't want to try in the middle of a dungeon. I don't actually care about items. There's nothing that I can need. Literally everything that I pick up on this cell. Biblio-G fames. Heck yeah. I thought Muffin was getting up, but she just decided to move herself a little. Just reposition herself and lay back down. I've got a plush and Sherpa blanket folded up on a shelf, and she found it and has decided to live there. I gotta talk. I'm gonna have to start talking with, like, some real English or something. I mean, I guess I can. I tried, and it felt awkward, and I stopped. But, like, if I have to... Dungeon portals, all open! Anybody who wants it, all theirs. Really? Please? I'm gonna have to change that to something that actually makes sense. I don't think I have an ocarina. What is it? There. Just gonna talk in English. Like, I understand the please, which is that you're kind of saying, like, it's like saying after you. That's the intention. Yeah, like, please, go ahead. Okay, so I'm gonna... shop some shop. Remlasher, what's up? Do not need 68 of these. Like, I'm not sure if you're just kind of BSing around or if you're genuinely offended by something. Do not need all this magic. All this ice. I could use some more speed charms. I will never use these. Heavy hand armor, I don't care. I think I can sell those. Heavy head armor. Okay, so that's worse defense, worse most everything, but better evasion. Later, Wendy. Hand armor. Yeah, I can just sell both of those. Alright, you... I'm gonna grab me some of these. Like, I'm always content just running out of the dungeon and saving money, but like, I hate to do that to other people. Alright, I gotta buy some speed charms. Oh, I think I have to go to the magic shop to do that. Lost your save, oh no! See if you can play from your PS3. Ooh, that'll be interesting. I could barely play off the PS2. In fact, I broke Barry's PS2 trying to play off PS2. It just kind of worked less and less over time. Let's see here. Which button is it? How do I get the, how do I display the thing? How do I type in game? Ah, there it is, select. Okay, so that's like, that's the next button. How, which button is it? Is it this one? Aha! I'm gonna have to fix that T in a second. How do you, in R-Type Final 2, how do you access the alternate levels? In level 5... The underwater level, there's like, got the fish boss at the end with the babies. There's this boat-looking thing that comes by. When you destroy it, like 4 different colored gems come out. Those 4 gems take you to the different areas. I think the top 3 take you to the 3 different endings, and the bottom one is random. And if you don't choose any of them, I think it automatically chooses, like, the top one equivalent or something. Okay, we did it. Dang it. There's a way to do it. What did you say before? Who said before? It was like Shift A or something? I'll try it. I got a second. I don't see it anywhere. Shift Alt. Oh, what the heck? That's not what I want at all. I understand what you're doing, but I disagree. Caps Lock did something. Yay! We did it. Good job, team. Um... I forgot the E in treasure. It cuts it off. I can kind of speak. Really? That's okay? I gotta fix these, man. That's not okay. Okay. There, it's fixed. It's okay now. Oh my goodness, I have to like look at all of these because none of these are... Okay, so you can see in the upper left-hand corner, I think that's what keyboard it's currently using, and I do not know how to change that. Ah. We did it! What? I don't know what button I hit. Why does I keep typing a colon? Yeah, that's an apostrophe. That's a semicolon. What's that? It's the star. Why is it the star? Friggin' Japanese keyboards. Wow, I can talk! Oh boy. Okay, so you said every day is a school day, and for whatever reason, my brain went to, oh heck. Oh heck. I actually have... My brain is not giving me his name. From near, the goodest boy. My brain went to near automata. 9S. No, not 9S. 9S is at best an okay boy. Emil! My brain immediately went to him, driving around, going, every day's a sale, every sale's a win. Emil is absolutely the goodest boy. Yeah, the first time setup for Fragment is kind of a pain in the butt. It's easier now than it used to be. I've got something somewhere. Do I still have it bookmarked? Freaking Polka just tweets sometimes. And it's just something. I just opened up my browser and I saw. Well, not found. What? Oh, it's not, they changed the address. The guide is... Oh man, I can't do it there. Okay, the guide is here. Alright, later, Rem. And it is an amount of first-time setup. Like, you have to get the emulator, you have to get the BIOS. That's just, like, regular setting up emulator stuff, though. You do need the CLR Dev 9 plugin, which lets you do online stuff. Let's see here. Yeah, then you actually need to set that up using the network setup disk. You have to create a profile to do that. Then you have to get a Fragment game client, which is shockingly hard to find. Once that's done, though, like, a lot of that's just, like, getting the emulator running and then putting some plugins in it. Like, nothing you actually have to do. Doing the network setup is kind of a pain. But mostly you just kind of hit OK until it stops letting you advance. Finding a Fragment game client is actually shockingly difficult, though. Like, I remember looking around for just a raw file, and all I could find was Coldbird's later translations. Like, getting the original game is real heckin' hard. But after that, you're mostly done. You'll need the ELF file. But then, like, you just kind of download and run that like you'd run a game, and it just kind of figures everything else out. Yeah, did they go back to the IMOQ style HUD? This is one of the earlier translations before Coldbird started heckin' with the UI. So I don't actually like... And I think this is part of what caused some of the divide in, I think this is what started causing some of the divide in, and why I let Coldbird shut down, was they started kind of trying to make Fragment into the game they wanted it to be, instead of just making Fragment. All right, later, Meirui. And part of that was then later changing the UI and a bunch of other stuff to be more GU-like, and I hated it. I absolutely hated it. But I did manage to find an earlier version. I did manage to find an earlier version of the client before Coldbird started heckin' with stuff. I may even have an unaltered Fragment file somewhere. Maybe. But yeah, this is... I think this is still using Coldbird's translation, it's just a much earlier version of it. There is a more recent translation patch, but I had no luck getting it working. Wee! You drifting. Wee. Drifting. Drifting. Oh, I need the friggin' music. I need the friggin' initial D music. If there's anybody in the chat who has this thing up and running, if you want to hop in, we got an open spot. Oh, in the crab server, okay. Okay, Attican's hopping on. We are apparently going to the crab server. Crab server, crab server. Yep, crabs. Oh, there's 2 people on crab server already. See, I don't know if he already hopped on crab server and there is an opening. I'll just sit here and refresh for a second and see what happens. Because, like, if he's one of those 2 on crab server, then yeah, I'll hop in. They may be in a dungeon or something. Just hop back over here. I know I'm here. What are my shortcuts currently? Can I make this a skill that doesn't take forever to use? It's wham! Well, we have people here. It's wham! I don't know if it's the same wham or somebody just wanted to make a wham. But I appreciate having wham back. Is that a JoJo's reference? Probably. Well, yeah. Is it a JoJo's reference? Possibly. But also, most JoJo's references are in fact music references. Wham's friggin' max level. He can do whatever he wants. Alright, let's see what we can find. Peach Boot doesn't go super high. 17. 20. We got a 20. Just about drop my controller. Later, Platinum Venus. PSO1 vibes. I can feel that. Got them early MMO. Not even MMO, it's MO. Got them early MO feels. Even PSO2 vibes. I have said many times, if you want to play a current version, like if you want to play what you think the world would be like, where are we? If you want to play what you think the world would be like in an actual game, go play PSO2. Oh, that's a lot of them. Yay. I hit them. That's all I can really ask for. Ow. Heck yeah. Got him. Got him. We did it. Good job, team. I'm 14. Heck yeah. Okay, so we're there. If we want to clear out the field portal, let's go clear out field portals. I woke something up. Found him. Ow. Okay, I got him. It's gonna hurt! Ow! Ow! Okay, I hit him. I don't want any chest, so... Don't kill me. Ow. Got him. It's funny because, like, I have such fond memories of .ac, but thinking back on it now, it was very much an early MMO. It very much has an early MMO feel. And, like, some of the mechanics are honestly jank. It's gonna sting. Ow. Stab. Stab. It's gonna hurt. You don't think? It kinda hurt. Stab. Stab. Man, I can hit things. It's crazy. Is that what this sword is? Sword up? Is that accuracy? No. It's not accuracy. Accuracy has a bullseye. I think it's just damage up or something. Hard. But, like, I can hit stuff. It's crazy. Stab. Yeah, there's a certain joy to jank. That's absolutely true. What did Fragment do to set itself apart from other MMOs at the time? The big thing was that there almost weren't other MMOs at the time. That's one of the biggest things. Like, its competition was like... What were some of the other very first MMOs? Like... Heck. Like, it very, very much predated World of Warcraft, which is what effectively brought about the modern-day MMO. Yeah, and I think I can feel that, Esper. Like, I love .hack so much. It is jank. It is notably jank. And like, GU isn't nearly as jank, but like, IMOQ, it has so much charm to it. I still love the game so much. Oh, it released 1 year after WoW's initial release. I'm shocked. I'm genuinely shocked. Wonder if WoW just wasn't big in Japan yet, so they didn't really, like, know. Like, maybe MMOs weren't quite a thing in Japan. Because, like, WoW is, at the end of the day, is a Western MMO. So they were probably still thinking about, like, Eastern MMOs, Korean MMOs and such. Fragment released exactly at 1 year after. Fragment, what about, Infection? Fragment came after IMOQ. When did Infection come out? Because really all Fragment is like... People said, hey, we want IMOQ, but an actual MMO, and they said, oh, okay. We'll tweak IMOQ a little bit and put this out for you. Like, I understand, I absolutely understand that I have nostalgia for this. I absolutely understand that. And in this day and age, I don't know if I would have the... Well, let's just set aside the fact that I don't play a lot of games or dive into something this long right now. I feel like if I played IMOQ today, I would still note... I would absolutely note how jank it is, but I would absolutely see the charm of it. Like, IMOQ is still my jam. As far as, like, personal taste goes. Like, the characters, the plot, the stylings of it. I feel like I would probably be a little more objective about understanding that there's jank. But, like, I feel like if I played it today, it's not just nostalgia talking. Oh. Ow. And I played a respectable amount of PSO1 as well. I don't know what I did. I don't want to know. You can have. Hey, guess what I have now? Yeah, I played a healthy amount of PSO1 back in the day. I'd never actually played online at all. I played solo all the time. It was good times. It was good times. Poke. Ow. Poke. Yeah, PSO1 released in 2000. 11 released in 2002. Is that Wham? It sure is! I don't know if it's the same Wham, but it sure is Wham. He's like level 99. So, like, if it's not the same Wham, then dude put effort in. Do I have anything to sell? I don't think I picked up any items. Is Wham a personality or something? Wham was when I first started Fragment Friday, which I called Fragment Friday because it was .hack Fragment, and I played it every Friday. When I started that, like, I don't know, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I don't know how long ago, a long time ago. When I started playing then, way back in the day, there were a couple of regulars that always showed up, and we just always had a good time together. And it was like, I remember there was Wham. We've seen some of the other ones. I saw, I could have sworn I had the cards. Yeah, Wham, Mar, Coterie, I remember Coterie. Tanaberry, that was Barry. But yeah, like, those were just all of us that were playing this way back when, like, initially, when it was Coldbird's thing. And it was the weekly thing, Fragment Friday. That's what we did. And then we kind of strayed from that when I realized that, like, not a lot of new people were logging on. It was harder and harder to get people to, like, play alongside us. So I said, like, okay, let's spread out. And then Fragment Friday kind of changed and became its own thing. And then Coldbird shut down his servers, and we just all kind of stopped playing for a real long time. Until I booted it up again, not super long ago. How old am I? I am 35. Talk about being an old man. Oh. Ow. Oh. Let me boop him! I booped him. I boop the swords. Boop the swords. Will I be LPing the main story fragment once the story is fully translated? I could! Oh, that'd be tricky, though. Because this game, it's an MMO. It's an early MMO. It's a grind. And I have played through some of the story. I feel like maybe I could do something like... Yeah, PSO1. I played PSO1 on the GameCube? Ow. Ow! Yeah, like, what I could maybe do is, if I get this character high enough level to be able to just play through the whole thing, I get, like, I don't know. How high level do you have to be to finish the story? 50? Uh-huh. Ow. Oh no, swords. Oh, I missed. Missed again. Like MMOs that are closer to W plus M1 territory? I'm not sure what you mean by W plus M1. I may just be dumb. That's quite possible. I'm gonna boot you. Yeah, booped him. Oh, somebody made a cheat engine. Ooh, I kinda know my way around cheat engine. I wonder if I could... Cheat engine in emulators is rough, though. I'm yet to figure out how to cheat engine, I haven't tried cheat engineing emulators. I've also not tried cheat engineing, or I've tried. I cannot figure out how to cheat engine browser games. I tried, I found guides on how to do it, I couldn't figure that crap out. Didn't help, every guide was outdated. I couldn't find anything that made sense. Like, if I could cheat engine an emulator, though, then that may be something to think about. I haven't actually tried. Maybe I'll experiment with that. Because if I could get high enough level... I woke him up and nobody else is here. Why did I do that? I moved the sword. I moved the sword. I'm only getting 9 experience for killing a level 20 enemy. I don't think these are level 20 enemies is the thing. Mages especially. Like, magic in friggin' IMOQ is so heckin' OP. Mages in general are so heckin' OP. Like, they're really squishy to counteract the fact that they're heckin' OP, but when the mechanics of it weigh itself over, it, like, almost doesn't matter. But yeah, as far as, like, doing the story, if it gets fully I hadn't actually considered it, like, at all. But if I could get high enough level to just breeze through the story, then when it gets translated, I could probably roll a new character. Specifically for the early levels. Because I've played through a small amount of the story. But then once I catch up, instead of grinding, just swap over to this character and do the rest. Yeah, if you want to talk about OP, then let's talk about animation lock and the fact that once you hit a certain point, you just have infinite MP or SP. Is your SP regens based on as a percentage of your maximum SP? Like, it regens in ticks as a percentage of your maximum SP. So once you have a certain amount of SP, it's regenning faster than you can spend it. Like, if it gives back, say, 10%, a tick, then if you have 200 max, then it'll give you 20 a tick. If a healing spell costs, say, 40 SP, and takes 3 ticks to cast, then you get back 60 SP in the time it takes you to use 40 SP. You have infinite SP. And then let's talk about animation lock, which is, if you cast a spell on something, they can't move. Find an enemy. Cast a spell. They can't move. They can't get to you. Nuke them. Just kind of like this. But only you have infinite SP, so you can just do that forever. No delays. Just nuke, nuke, nuke. Where do we want to go? Right or left? It doesn't help any that, like, magic in this game is also just kind of strong. Anybody wants a chest? Yeah, party rolls absolutely did not exist. Oh yeah, you can also spam magic despite being in animation lock. So like, oh yeah, somebody casted a spell on you? Well, okay, I'll just cast a spell back. Whereas as a melee, you're kind of stuck until the spell's over. May just like, aha, tiny baby, think you can stop me. Samurai. Yeah. Oh man, I'm having a good time now. I'm glad I figured this out. I'm glad I figured out text, how to communicate. We figured stuff out. Wham's back. Good times for all. It's the final floor, it is. No, you. It doesn't really help any that IMOQ was, at its core, designed to be a single-player game. And they did, for sure, adapt it into a multiplayer game for Fragment. But there are a lot of mechanics that were really only designed to ever exist as a single-player mechanic. It is a lot less obvious than GU, which I know I've kind of railed on GU before, but like, at its core, GU does not function as a multiplayer game, mechanically. Ow. Can I move? Thanks. Boop. Ow. I'm trying to boop everything because if you boop it, you get experience for it. Like, IMOQ is a lot more subtle about the fact that it doesn't work as an MMO, or as a multiplayer game. Like, you look at it and you think it would. It's mostly just once you get to an multiplayer aspect of it, there's just a whole lot of weird balancing issues that you wouldn't have even considered. Whereas, like, GU, it just doesn't work. like, mechanically it just doesn't work as a multiplayer game. Like, if you were gonna make GU into a multiplayer game, they'd just have to gut it and almost start over. Technically, I think IMOQ could work. Like, I think IMOQ could work, it just needs a lot more balancing, and Fragment did effectively no balancing. Like, Fragment did the bare minimum. Which is what people wanted, and again, we barely knew how to MMO at the time. So... Oh, did it not use the... There we go. Hey, Esper, if you want to see some prime jank, I've mentioned this guy before, but on YouTube, go find Tyrone, Tyron. The easiest way to find him is going to be looking for the Kusoge Advent Calendar. Kusoge Advent Calendar. It's something him and a bunch of friends do every year, where they sit down and they play the jankest of fighting games. A new game every day through the month of January. It's the Kusoge Advent Calendar. Yes, Kusoge Advent Calendar. He did one last year. Great. I have not gone back and watched much of the prior years, but what I've seen of the prior years is they're just as great. Like, Tyrone is a guy who genuinely appreciates jank. And pretty much all of the games that they show off are bad, but they're always bad in a way where they do something interesting. Like, he doesn't like just, oh, let's just show off a bad game. Like, it's bad, but they want to show off something interesting. It did something unique. Oh, send edit my card. I'm gonna send my card. Hey, wham! Have my card. Yeah, the nice thing... the nice thing, Esper, is that kind of drive for the pristine, the perfect, the super refined it is the general opinion. It is the majority opinion that, like, that's good, that's what people want, yada yada. But it's not everyone's opinion. And I feel like before video games hit, like, the mainstream, nowadays you get a lot of the... It's like, oh yeah, I play games, and, like, literally all they do is play Call of Duty or something. Look at Wham's card. Thank you, Wham. And I feel like that's the general culture of people who game, but there's a lot of people. And they may not be in that general, like, popular culture part of gaming, but there are still a lot of people out there that play games to find something interesting, to have a unique experience. And it may not always be super obvious that these people exist, because there's a lot of people. It may not be the majority, but even a minority is still a minority at 49%. There's still plenty of people out there that appreciate it. And it's just a matter of aligning yourself with the right crowd and finding the right people that also appreciate the same thing. And that's one of the things that I'm kind of glad when I found Tyrone, which I found him through SRB2 cart. Which, like, SRB2 cart falls absolutely into the, this ain't polished, it's jank as all get out, but it's still fun as heck, and allows for so much uniqueness. But, like, finding that, and then finding the small community that Tyrone's kind of built up for himself with Hitbox Dimension, it's just a group of people that all feel the same way. And that they all just appreciate this kind of jank, and when I say Tyrone, do I mean Big Man? No, Tyron, it's just the dude's screen name. It's just the dude's screen name. I forget what his actual name is, but he's just a guy on YouTube. Also did some streaming on Twitch before I moved to YouTube. I didn't see if Chrome said they were back. Yeah, and that's where, like, even Tyrone was doing, he's taking a break from it right now. But he was doing, Jartcast, which was the course critique stream. SRB2 cart course critique stream. People would submit courses, and then Tyrone and a group of people who actually, like, made maps and actually worked on the engine, like, whole community of people in SRB2 cart would kind of review the map and give advice and what's going on. Is Chrome in chat? I do not think so. Top-down shooters. Call it no. ESP-ready? I don't know how to pronounce that one actually. Esprede? How do you pronounce that? That's an interesting thought. How do you pronounce that? Esperade? Or something like that, maybe? Some of the other weird ones. Mushihime-sama? How about them Mushihime-samas? How about some Dodonpachi? Y'all got your Dodonpachi? I want a Kusoge advent calendar for shmups. Because, like... as much as I love the Kusoge advent calendar, I'm not a fighting game fan. And admittedly, I'm not good at shmups, and in turn have not actually played many of them because I am bad at them. But, like, I'm still a big fan of shmups. I want to see a Kusoge advent calendar for shmups. Just give me 30 days of the weirdest, jankest shmups with some of the weirdest scoring mechanics you can possibly think of. And just ways you control yourself and attack and power up and, like, just the weirdest things that don't work at all, but, like, are pretty cool. Is Parodius a jank or just weird? I think Parodius is just weird. It's still amazing, but I don't know if I'd call it jank. This is great. This is the kind of stream that I like. Man. Just talking about dumb crap, having a good time. Talking to people I haven't talked to in a while. Playing old jank video games that are still fun as heck. What qualifies as a jank? Something that is objectively bad, but you can still enjoy. Well, not always. Usually just something that's objectively bad. But not like in an intentionally designed way. Also, not necessarily in a glitchy way. Like, oh, the game is real glitchy. That glitches aren't necessarily jank. They can be. Like, you want to talk jank? Let's talk Arm Joe. Which is a fighting game made in Fighter Maker by someone who does not understand fighting games and does not understand the source material. Built in an engine that barely works. You wanna talk jank? Let's talk Arm Joe. Esper, by the way, if you want to see a really heckin' good look at Arm Joe, Kusoge Advent Calendar did Arm Joe. I think it was not just this last year's, but I think the prior year they did Arm Joe. And again, given the fact that the guy who made it which East game is the East to end it all? Oh, we gonna talk some jank? I'm sure there have been some jank East games. If you had to destroy every East game except for one, which one would I keep? Oh. I haven't played enough East games to, like, have a genuine decision about that. To have a genuine opinion. Like, I feel like I would have to say East Origin. Because I just haven't played enough of the other ones to, like, genuinely have an opinion of them. This game is argued as the worst. I'd believe that. There's, hold on, let me try to find something. So somebody's been talking to me a lot about, Ys. And the various games. And which one is it? There's one game in particular that's just... whoo! Ys 4. If you even so much as mention Ys 4, you have to go, but which one? Because there are, I believe, 4 different Ys 4s that are all completely different video games. Some of which were made in-house, some of which were outsourced. Like... I feel like Ys 4 is a pretty prime definition of jank, but I haven't actually experienced it personally. I think Chrome is back. Alright, let's do one more then. How do I balance video games with having a career? I don't have free time, and I don't play games for fun. That's what it tells me I'm not, in fact, a math teacher. I was studying to be a math teacher at one point. I decided I stopped because I found I was spending all of my time babysitting and not oh no. Well, let's wait a second, I guess. They may have just disconnected or something. Yeah, I was studying to be a math teacher, but I found I was spending all my time babysitting. When, like, I just wanted to teach. Instead, it's all about wrangling kids that don't want to learn and forcing them to learn. So I ended up... I work at Target now, honestly. Work predominantly in the back room. I take care of vendors and stuff. Portal Wham! Honestly though, like, it's not like a big job or anything for sure. It's still technically retail, but like, Target takes care of you. But anyway, I do technically still have a job because I spend 35 hours a week doing that. And then I make videos that go up daily, so there's that. I stream 3 times a week. So there's that. So, how much free time do I have left? Not a lot. How do I balance that with other things? I usually multitask. I don't often play through games myself. I experience them by proxy, by watching, like, long plays or... Ow. 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 Hey, come back here. I got a boat. I think I finished it. But I watch other things. I watch videos. I spend a lot of time watching videos on YouTube. And I do that while I'm working on other things. Which is... maybe I'm editing a video, because I also design games and stuff, but that's mostly something I do in my free time for funsies. What are you doing over there? Get back here. But like, I'll have stuff going while I do that. I don't spend a lot of time just kind of having fun on my own. I don't actually know how to have fun. That may be a problem. I'm actually genuinely envious of people that just have a thing, and when they go, oh yeah, I just want to go home and do this to relax and have a good time. I don't know how to do that. Oh, I say I don't play video games for fun. I do have fun playing games, but I don't often play games like in my free time, just to have fun. In fact, oftentimes I'll use streams or even a proper Let's Play as a way to experience a game that I want to, but I know I would not be able to on my own time. So it's not that I don't enjoy playing games, I absolutely do. I just have this, like, need to always feel like I'm being productive, and if I'm just enjoying something by myself, I do not feel productive. Okay, boop. I booped all of them. And my constant need to feel busy and like I'm not just busy, but like accomplishing something, like I'm doing something big and important, is absolutely a coping mechanism, because I have problems. I have started taking an anxiety medication, though. And I think it's helping because I don't feel like absolute garbage anymore. Or at least I haven't in a while. For just, like, not being unbelievably productive at all times. Oh no, wham. Oh, he probably got exploded by a chest. I only have this tiny heal. Please accept my goodwill. I think I spent a lot of last weekend just hecking around in, like, idle games for my own enjoyment. And I didn't feel like absolute garbage afterwards for doing that. And I'm shocked. How does Target sustain a living at only 35 hours a week? They pay you well. The minimum Target will pay you is $15 an hour. So it's not typical, like, minimum wage retail money. They also give health insurance, which is heckin' nice. Most of my money comes through Target, but also I stream, I put videos on YouTube, and I make an amount of money through that as well. Between all of that, that's enough to keep us afloat. It doesn't help, or it doesn't hurt, that we also live pretty lightly. We just don't feel the need. We live in a pretty cheap area, and we don't feel the need to have, like, a lot of things and buy a lot of things. Like, we live pretty thinly, but we're also content living pretty thinly. Like, we don't feel this, like, we're super restricted or anything. So it all kind of works out. Yay, I leveled up again. Getting good experience going out here doing this. Okay, let's go this way. Yeah, I have my own home. I have my own house. I have an actual house. And that's because cost of living where we are is reasonably cheap compared to a lot of places. On the money that I'm making, if I lived in even a major city, like, we couldn't manage. Like, if we lived closer to, like, Columbus or something, no. Or literally anywhere in California. Like, Barry was talking to one of her friends who was living out in California, and they mentioned that, like, you can buy a house around where we live for the cost of a down payment on a house where they live. Like, it's ludicrous. Like, the downside, of course, is that we live in the middle of heckin' nowhere. Like, we at least don't live on a friggin' farm or anything. We live in a nice little suburb. But, like, hey, what's important or neat that's near where we live? Literally nothing. For days. Are you dead? Getting up. Are you actually getting up? She's just repositioning herself yet again. Yeah, like, we talk crap about Ohio. But, like, the thing about Ohio is that it's predominantly mediocre. It's not, like, a bad state. Want some help? Want some help there, Wham? Yeah, like, the thing about Ohio, it's not a bad state. There are bad states. But it's also not a good state. Oh, this is a 4th floor. Oh. You can murder him. We did it. Yeah, Esper, I do not envy what you would have to do to make a livable wage out there. Like, technically I have a bachelor's in computer science. And I was pursuing a job as a programmer for a time. And I feel like if I had continued to pursue that and actually gotten that if I had continued to pursue that and actually like gone and gotten a job as a programmer, I would have been able to afford to live in a city or something. Work 40 hours a week as a professional programmer. I would be able to live in a bigger city for sure. And like, so we're kind of limited with what pay we make, but it's enough for us to like live comfortably where we are. And I've brought this up before. I'm sure I've brought this up many times before. But one of the reasons that I was genuinely wishing, my wish was to be like more popular on like YouTube and Twitch and such. And that was purely because my dream, so to say, would be to be able to support myself doing that, because that is absolutely what I love. If I didn't have to work at heckin' Target, man. Like, I don't want popularity for popularity's sake. I'm not that kind of person by any stretch of the imagination. And I actually kind of like having a smaller community because, like, if I were super heckin' popular, if I had like 100 subs or something, we could not be having this conversation right now. You know how fast the chat would be friggin' flying by? So like, I like this. I like being able to like actually get to know people, interact with people. Boop. 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 Okay, they can all die. I booped all of them. Have I mentioned? Or I'm pretty sure I mentioned already. You have to boop something. You have to do some damage in order to gain experience. So, like, anything that dies before I get the chance to boop it, I get no experience from it. That one has not been booped. Nope, not that one. I think that one died before I booped it. Do I really get 8 for killing those witches? That's crazy. Yeah, I think years ago, we had a community that was a lot more vocal Wait, where am I going? There's a lot more vocal, a lot more out there, a lot more active. And for a time, I did kind of understand what it was like to have that kind of like overpowering community. And it comes with its own set of issues that you have to deal with. But I think I could handle that. I handled it poorly at the time. But especially now, like, I've matured a lot, I understand a lot more, and I'm pretty sure I can handle it now with relative ease. But I would absolutely miss being smaller. Already go with that one. Yeah, Vagrant Pockers. At the time, even before that, really. Like, right around the time that I was doing, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, Minecraft series. Right around that time. I still see Speedy around every now and then. Not much. Oh no, we're going the wrong way, heck. Well, whatever. We're just gonna go this way, I guess. Like, there was a time when I would honestly say that I simply get too many comments to, like, respond to all of them or to answer every question that we get and that kind of stuff. And there was a time when that was relatively true, and admittedly that was also me being a little overwhelmed because I was bad at dealing with things. And objectively it wasn't, like, that much, but it was still kind of overwhelming. Me anyway. But like nowadays, I think it has slowed down enough that, like, if not for, like, I don't know, social anxiety or something, I would be able to. I'm just bad at anything relating to social anything. I didn't want to boot that one, I wanted to boot the other one. Yeah, boot that one. There we go, that's the good stuff. Cozy with the intent of being... Hey, there's Speedy! Cozy with the intent of being informative. That's what I'm doing my best. And I've tried to mix it up a little bit, do things a little bit differently over time, but at the end of the day, I can't really change who I am. Oh, it's gonna sting a little. Yeah, that stung a little. To reduce their numbers quickly. We did it. In PSO2, what's my favorite class? I mained Bouncer. I tried a lot of different classes. We gotta go back this way. I tried a lot of different classes, but Bouncer is the one that I always went back to and I always enjoyed. Boop the knife. Please don't boop the knife. That's dangerous. Nope. This way. There's a lot of people that I remember seeing back in the day that I haven't seen in a long time. Wonder what they're all up to. What was it? I tried some of the mages in PSO2, and I just didn't enjoy any of the mages. Most of the fighting classes, the fighter classes, were pretty alright. Like, there's the one with the friggin' katana and the bow and arrow, that one was alright. Fighter was okay. Take it back. I wanted to try some of the ranged classes too. Like, I was really thinking I was going to enjoy like one of the gun classes, the one with the 2 guns. But like, the more I played him, the more I just didn't enjoy my time with him. And like, I think they were fine early game. I think most of them were fine early game, except the mages. I didn't enjoy the mages from second one. But, I think as the content got harder and you were expected to, like, understand more of what's going on with the class and how to play the class, I think I enjoyed pretty much every class other than Bouncer less and less. Bouncer is the only one that even at the end I still had a good time with. I boked him. Ow. Ow! He booped me. Booped me too hard. Do you remember the concerts? There were 2 different concerts that I saw. there was this one where there was like a, not an actual layer cake, but like a layer cake shaped stage going up, and like when you actually joined in, you'd stand on it and like do the dance on there. And that one was okay. That one was kind of silly, but that one was okay. Honest to goodness, though, my absolute favorite one is when they were doing the Vocaloid thing, and they would just hold a concert. There wasn't even a game. You didn't interact with it or do anything. You just showed up and watched a concert. And I thought that was the coolest crap I'd ever seen. It was such an emotion to be standing there watching a live concert with like a dozen or two other people who are also standing there running around watching the concert having fun. Like, it felt like you're actually running over to watch an actual show. It was so good. That was like one of my favorite parts of just standing around in town and going, oh. I did have some fun with the Persona Dancing All Night concerts. Those were alright. You actually got to play a little rhythm game. Those were alright. I just I don't know, I enjoy just watching the concert, though. Like, I just want to go watch. Have I played any of the Legacy of Kain series, and if you have, what's your opinion? I think I played the first game in the series years ago, back when I was just a kid. Because, like, back when I was a kid, I'd play games all the time. Like, for fun, just my own enjoyment. I would go rent games every week. I'd rent a new game and play through the whole game, beat the whole game. And I seem to remember renting and playing through that one. It was okay. If memory serves, I thought it was okay. It didn't really stick with me, though. But I don't know. I played a lot of games, and not a lot of them stuck with me. Yeah. The Vagrant Epochers time was an interesting time. Everybody was button heads. I feel like I had to calm a fire about every time I turned around. Alternatively, the Discord is super chill. I almost never have to... like, when we first started... When we first started the Discord, there was some back and forth, but, like, it's super chill now. It's chill enough that I'd almost worry it's dying, but there's still a ton of new posts in it every time I turn around and look at it. Alright, later, Kuma. I think I'm gonna head out soon myself. It's late. This was great, though. This was a good time. Just playing Fragment, which is a nostalgia bomb all on its own, but still a great time. Chatting with a bunch of people that I haven't seen in ages. Good times. This is a fun time. Glad everybody showed up. Glad we had it. Glad we had this experience. So reminder that yeah, this is streamed on YouTube. On Sunday, we're going to be streaming on Twitch again. That's going to be the UTG completion stream. We're currently going through Dangerous Suwako. Last week, we got the high scores in normal mode, so we're done with that. So we're going to be starting up Masochist mode, which I'm sure will be a good time. Ooh, magical drop 2. Yeah, so we're starting that up. Otherwise, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that needs going over. Videos are going up; they're doing their thing. Oh, and again, Sokyo Explosion, Big Waterfall. I made things way harder on myself than I need to, and I don't realize that until a long time. Like, we just completed a dungeon. It's the bottom of the next dungeon that I realize that I've made the past 2 dungeons far harder on myself than I have any right. And I have had any right to. But yeah. Oh, we're also finishing up East Origin soon, too. So we'll get to see how Toll plays soon. That'll be interesting. Hope it goes better than Sasuke's route has. Hugo, that's his name. Vivian is still working on her own model, so that'll be on that. It'll be on Thursday. I did a little bit of poking around to try to learn a couple things here and there to make that go a little bit easier. And I have ideas that hopefully go well. We'll see what happens. I've still not done any art for the clicker game. East Origin is almost done. It's just the Hugo route that's almost done. We've got the Toll route next. Have I played the Trails series at some point? I have not, but, I know Lenny's super excited about him. So I feel like I'm gonna have to at least look at him at some point. There we go. It's in my card too. Yeah, I think my big issue with East Origin right now is I've been trying to, like, hypercut the Hugo route because I know it is the same tower. But, like, I enjoyed Unica's playthrough. I really did. But I also kind of feel like the game should have just ended there. Cutscenes leave a little bit to be desired. Gameplay is super heckin' fun, though. Unica feels like she's the main character. Hugo feels like a bonus unlockable side non-canon route. Anyway, I've been going on. It's super late. I want to sleep. Thanks for hanging out and chatting. And just bringing me up. Man, I just feel good now. Good night, everybody.